Hello guys, welcome back to the Forensic Detailing channel. I hope you're all doing good. So today we are talking about issue 17 of Pro Detailers magazine. So I've been involved with this one. We did like a joint mega test where we did glass sealants. So let's open this thing up and have a look through and see what's in the magazine. So, I was saying to the guys, really proud of where this magazine has got to from humble beginnings, and like the quality of the way it's produced now is so professional, and a lot of work goes into it. So, what have we got in issue 17? There's Bert. There he is. What have we got? Well, you always have the section on detailing news, new products, which is something I'm interested in. Detailing guides, which is good. Trader Talk, showcase, an article from Mike Phillips on glass polishing, which is interesting. Because I used, and I've got, where is it? I've got the new, I don't know where it's gone. I don't know. I've got the new glass polish from 3D. Where the hell is it? Oh, here it is. There it is. This stuff, very good actually. So you can use it with a rayon pad and like go at the glass hard if you want to try and correct fine, I mean very fine surface sort of scratches. You ain't going to take out deep gouges in glass and stuff like that. You just won't. Glass is rock hard. So this is a cerium oxide glass polish. But the cool thing with this is you can just use it casually to clear off old glass sealants, you know, on there. And it's all water-based, so you can put it on, you know, you could dab some on a microfiber, buff it by hand if you wanted to, but probably be easier just to whiz over with the machine and use a stiff pad, maybe, you know, even a foam pad, and just strip off the remnants of what's on there. Always with the glass, the edges, if you're kind of going to try and get everything up to the edges and you want to tape, mask it all up. Dual action is not good at reaching into the edges, so rotary might be good, but then you might slap stuff around as well. So yeah, that's a cool product. I don't know if that's talking about that in that article. We'll see. Some factory tours there. The mega test, which was a hell of a lot of work. Some stuff on insurance as well. So we'll just have a little flick through and I'll pan back so the tight asses can't take screenshots. So the importance of this is to support the magazine. I'll link it in the description. Do I read it? Yes, I do. I go on a track day, and like when I'm stuck in like the Travelodge or Premier Inn in the evening, I sit down and I read these, and it's nice to have something like this. And it's probably the only pure detailing magazine I think that I know of in the world. So if you're into your detailing, you'll learn a lot from these magazines and what's got kind of going on. Stuff on sponge science that Bert was telling me about, and testing that they were doing on a certain type of sponge that's actually different, you know. So not all sponges are the same, although I still prefer other kind of stuff. So it looks like they're been to Flex, to do a piece with Flex. I'm interested to read that. Magazine, Martin's advertised in there with Wax is Dead, which is a very nice advert. Very nicely done. They did all that themselves. Pretty cool. And stuff, Shell Concepts, all the different foams. I think Shell Concepts make all their pads in-house, which is kind of like a rare thing. Interesting to see all the foam sheets like that going into the cutters. Yeah, so how does that go from a piece of foam to a pad? Yeah, very interesting. See it all laid out like that. Yeah. The Science of Gloss. Nanolex. He gets around, old Bert. And the piece on Menzerna and all their compounds. We're interested to see all the equipment that some of these companies have. I mean, I always like to see a lab. When you see a lab and you see scientists, you know they're doing stuff, which is really cool. That was the France detailing show. Looks cool. Serum Summits, that looks like a G-Technic thing. Wrap Fest. Decon, don't know what that is. Vehicle Detailing Live. I want to see the new product section. So we'll leave some of this. Oh, that's Dan from Reflect, who I met the other day. His van's very cool. Oh yeah, so there's a piece on dry ice as well, I think, in this magazine. New product section. So there's that glass polish I was talking about. Yeah. Interesting. Ram's fabric and upholstery kit. We've done a video on Ram's steering wheel kit, restoration kit that I've got to publish. ABDL, it's a Polish company. Soft 99, wheel and tyre cleaner. Got a cool sprayer in it. Look at that. Have to check that out. Ceramic coatings, graphene infused, Sonex Extreme all-in-one polish. Jesus, there's quite a lot of products here. Didn't know that much stuff was being released. Windscreen, we tested that. That is a good product. That is probably out of all of the professional grade glass sealant ceramic type ones. That's single coating, good durability. Just very hardcore chemical and you just have to vent it out. But one coating is quite important for me. You know, one layer is quite important for me. Here you've got the wax is dead. Detailing coating kit. That's their maintenance kit. I've got that somewhere down here. It's very nice. The row point stuff. There's quite a lot of new products. New hardware. Oh, they've got a throttle lock on that. Look at that. Is that so? That's what's that? A new addition to the mini product. Throttle lock for the trigger, ensuring you don't accidentally activate it when handling. That's quite cool because that can happen. I was talking about that the other day with this polisher. Yeah, so it's got no like you're on or you're off. And if you've got a lovely even workshop floor, you can set it down like that and it's just about okay, but it sort of wants to tip over. So a lot of time you grab the tool and then you plonk it down. Why isn't it starting up? Oh, it's on 0. So you plonk, you know, you finish polishing and you plonk it down and it can start up. So you end up, you don't, when you put it sideways, you've got the pad on there and you don't want the pad going on the workshop floor or anywhere where it's going to get polish. So that's one thing with this tool. It almost needs like a holder. So you don't accidentally activate it when handling. You can retrofit it as well. Okay, that's quite cool. Yeah, because it still doesn't have a trigger lock. But trigger lock's lesser a problem because you're kind of polishing like that with it. But yeah, maybe a little thing to stop it going off might be quite cool. Then it kind of encourages you to put it down that way, I suppose. But then it's still unstable a little bit. So yeah, it's interesting. They're thinking about things like that, though, aren't they? Tools always go through little iterations and versions of improvement. So they must have had some feedback to make that. These IK TR360s are pretty cool. And I think they've got like a rubber thing that goes over the edge of them now. So it doesn't hurt your hand quite as much, which is, again, an example of a company listening. Is that a little compact pressure washer? That's quite good, isn't it? 500 quid. Max 160 bar, 7.5 litres per minute. What's that per hour? 7.5 per minute. So you times that by 60. 7.5, 7.6 is 42. So probably 40. So it's probably about 450 to 500 litres per hour at 160 bar. That's a good throughput rate. 500 quid. That's quite affordable, that is. Looks like quite a decent machine. Okay, these Zvizzer test kits, so if you want to go through and trial the Zvizzer pads, they put like one in there. I think, are they the thermo pads, which Ian was telling me are really, really good. I like all this Puka premium stuff. What's going on with the Flex updated blower? That means I'm out of date. I'm out of date already. I've got this one. They've updated it with so it's got shorter nozzles and better bits on it. Damn, that means I've got to go and buy something. Oh. This is good, this thing, but it's like, don't buy it if you want power. You can tell from the size of it. Look how small it is. It's good for just getting the little crevices and stuff. You're not going to dry a car with it, but I do quite kind of like it. I gave my big blower mini to Martin. That's probably a better tool, but just that cable is just such a pain. Pen light, Rupes. What's all this stuff here? 3D printing, so you can actually... Yeah, funny, I need to make something like that, because my one snapped on my little machine. A little brush. That could be quite cool. APS, they make some really good... Excuse me, they make some really cool stuff. That could be really cool. Digging out, polishing the rubbers and stuff, and just polishing over, you know, just brushing over stuff. Yeah, that could be really cool. Trying to think what I'd use that for. Very good tool, this. Where is it? Over here. Such a good little mini polisher, really is. So convenient, so quick to use. You know, for its size, it's got a decent amount of power. The battery system on it's really good as well. I love that tool. That's okay. That's the only thing I probably don't like. Just a little dial here would be better. That just holds the speed rather than that plus and minus. But yeah, it's fine because you just set it on. Really good tool. There's some of those APS bits for it. Dry dock boat polishing. This is Zvizzer stuff. Gator, alloy gator. I curbed one of my alloys the other day. Nearly cried. I don't know if that would have helped me, but I'm just not too keen on the little plastic look of these. You know, maybe if it was the same colour, maybe I'm sure you could get that. I don't know. It would have saved me actually, this, because it was only a tiny little nick. I'm just going to touch it up myself. But yeah, it would have saved me, but I don't know if I can live with having that on my wheels. Mike Phillips, very clever guy. His stuff is really usually very good. So that's glass polishing, something I know very little about really, because I don't tend to even try and polish out marks, but this glass could probably do with a good hit. I might actually try it, see if I can like smash out, see that wiper blade stuff, because it's an old windscreen. See if I can actually smash that out with a round pad and this stuff. That might make a good video, mightn't it? Yeah, so I'll probably read this and have a go. Just have a go full throttle, see if I can get it out with the old the Flex with the rotary. Angel wax marine stuff. It's more about glass polishing, I think. It looks like it probably throws up quite a lot of stuff. Dry ice, so I'm gonna have a read of this. Met Dan the other day, really nice guy. Like, he's one of the first people, you know, this dry ice stuff's making its way into the attention of studio-based detailers, so you can offer it as a service. You know, think of it as dry ice, undercarriage cleaning, engine bays primarily, but you can use it on all surfaces really. We'll talk about this. I'm going to go back over and speak to Luke and do like a real technical deep dive on dry ice and everything you kind of need to know. So Dan's an example of someone that's, you know, gone for it, rolled the dice, invested in the equipment, and it's not cheap. And he's using it to kind of provide these dry ice services, but also help grow his business, because Dan's doing a lot of stuff on Reflect Automotive, his Instagram and TikTok. He does a little bit on YouTube, but it's funny we were talking about it, and those Instagram and TikTok platforms seem to work better for him, whereas I'm primarily interested in YouTube. I can't see what Instagram really gives me. On TikTok, I just can't stand. I just can't have it. I just can't stand TikTok. Don't know why, but I'm old, so. Yeah, and I got to see dry ice the other day, so you can use it on all these plastics and fabrics on the inside. And I did a short, and some people were saying, "Well, why would you use that? You know, why would you use that dry ice on that? Because it's so expensive. You know, you wouldn't use it on a bit of plastic in your car." The thing is, you get, like Dan gets his dry ice and he buys it in a big quantity, and it sits there, and you know he buys enough to get him through the week, and then you know he's doing dry ice services for people, like, you know, they might pay him to do an engine bay on an undercarriage, but then he might have loads of dry ice left, so you can use it for those other things, you know, like plastic cowling and all that sort of stuff. When you've got dry ice there, that if you don't use it, you know, within a week or whatever, it might soften up too much, so you've got to use it. So that's why I think you can also do all these other things with it, because you've got it there. Is it the future? Yeah, I won't spoil all that. That's all the stuff I'm interested in. Oh, the mega test. So this is great. Yeah, 2 seconds. Okay. No, I'm filming. Yeah. So the mega test started with those guys polling all of their audience about what they wanted from a glass sealant. And it was predominantly, you can see here, water sheeting performance, or it's not, they don't sheet, they you know, they're hydrophobic. So, water shedding, sorry, yeah, okay. Yeah, going stuff to the things that they're least important. Lack of wiper judder seem to be quite high up there on the importance as well, which kind of makes sense. And here's all the products that we put in there. Yeah, it was a really good test, actually. Always really enjoy working with these. I'm going to grab a few pages so we skip past it. We went down to Row Point and used the transparency meter to measure some test slides. And there's a good graph there, if I come back, that show the overall results of everything. So you can get a reading on all of the products at a glance, where they're good, where they're strong, where they're weak. A lot of work's gone into that test. Where's detailing? Where's the industry heading? It's an interesting thing, isn't it? Where's it heading? It's this crazy kind of detailing industry that's been, you know, is growing and growing and growing, mainly because of the passion of people for cars. It's a very strong industry in the UK. We're car obsessed, you know, and millions of people are discovering detailing all the time and really getting into it and wanting to learn how to kind of take what the industry offers and use it to sort of maintain their car better. That's what it's all about, isn't it? And the industry is vast in terms of choices and brands and stuff. So it's like, you know, that's what I find interesting, is how do you sift through it all? And this magazine helps you kind of sift through it all and stuff like that. So that'll give you a rough idea. 126 pages, so it's a big magazine. Loads of good stuff. I'll put a link for it in the description. If you can, subscribe to it, and then you get the magazine each it doesn't come out every month, it's like every 2 or 3 months, isn't it? If you subscribe to it, it'll automatically turn up. I think it might be a bit cheaper as well. Don't quote me on any of this, which means I'm just winging it. Nothing new there. So other than that, guys, good to see you. Take care. If you've bought the magazine, let me know what you think, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.